Pups. It's Miss Sessoms here, and I'm going to be doing a math lesson with you guys. The first math lesson that we're going to do is math lesson 8-2. It's on page 441. That's 441 in your math workbooks. This is also, parents, on our website in the PDF file that has been scanned so that you'll be able to find it. If you can't print this out, pull it up and just go over it verbally with your kids. That's fine. That's not a problem. So we're going to get started. Looks like we have some penguins over here. This is the page that we're going to work with first. It says, 4 penguins play outside in an ice cave. 2 go inside. How many penguins are left outside? Draw a circle around the equation that matches the story and then tell how you know. Well, first let's make sure that we have everything correct. Are there 4 penguins? 1, 2, 3, 4. So yes, there are 4 penguins. Looks like these 2 are going inside and these 2 are outside. So we know that the story is correct. We're just double checking. So which one of these tells us the story? This says 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. And this says 4 minus, or take away 2, is equal to 2. How do we know which one it is? Let's go back and read it again. It says 4 penguins play outside. 2 penguins go inside the ice cave. How many penguins are left outside? Well, if these 2 go inside and we cover those up, how many are left out? 2. So we know we end with 2. Do we end with 2 here, or do we end with 2 here? I say we end with 2 here. We had a total of 4. We started with 4. 2 went away inside, and then 2 were left. So the correct answer would be 4 take away 2 is equal to 2. All right, we're going to go to the next page. All right, guys, we are now on page 442. Right here, we're going to start where it says guided practice, and the number 1 is in the star. It says have students listen to each story and use connecting cubes to help act out each story to choose an operation. You probably don't have connecting cubes. That's okay. You can make do with whatever you have. Pencils, paper clips, pieces of paper, tear them up, or your fingers. Fingers always work well. Then have students complete the equations to tell the related facts. So let's look at number 1. It says 4 penguins are in a group. 1 joins them. How many penguins are there in all? Well, let's double check to make sure we have the right number of penguins. I always like to double check. It says 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1 joins them. Take a look at this red line right here. It may not be red on your paper. If you have the printed out copy from the website, it'll be just all black and white. But it has an arrow. That means that this little guy right here is joining this group. That means we are adding 2. So all you need to do here is practice tracing your numbers. 4, we've counted to make sure there's 4. This arrow makes us know that we are adding 2, so we're going to trace our plus sign. And there's only 1 in this circle, so we're going to trace our 1. And then we need to count to see how many we have all together. We know that this is 4, so we count up from 4. 4, 5. Trace your 5, and you're done. Let's move on to the second part. Now, 5 penguins are in a group, and 1 leaves. How many penguins are left? Let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take a look at the red here, or the circle with the arrow. That's pointing away from the group. That means it's being taken away from the group. So here in this group, we started with 5. We take away the 1. And how many are we left with? Well, if this guy's gone, we're left with 1, 2, 3, 4. So then you're going to trace your 4, and you're done. All right, we're going to move straight on over to the next page, 443. These have cubes and arrows and circles, just like we had with the penguins. So I'm going to read you the directions, do one with you, and let you do the rest by yourself. It says for numbers 2 and 3, Have students use cubes for these facts with 4. So all of these have to do with the number 4. Have them decide whether the cubes show addition or subtraction. Are you adding to a group or are you taking away from a group? Encourage the students to make up your own stories to match the cubes. That means you have to think of a story that would match what it shows you. And then have them write the equations to tell the related facts. So let's take a look at this one right here, this first part of number 2. Well, we have an arrow that says it's joining. So this is going to be adding to. The arrow is pointing to the other group. So I like to go ahead and put my plus sign so I know what I'm doing. So if we know that we're adding 2, what did we start with? We started with 1 green cube. And it looks like we're adding some 2. Let's count how many we're adding to. 1, 2, 3. Then if we have 1 and we add 3, how many do we have all together? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, to think of a story that would go with this, maybe I would say, Miss Sessoms has 1 green tennis ball, and she needs and wants some more. Miss Wells has 3. Miss Wells gives Miss Sessoms 3 more tennis balls. 1, 2, 3. How many tennis balls does Miss Sessoms have all together? 4. That matches our equation. Now it's your turn to do this. I want you to finish the second part of this one. Decide if it's addition or subtraction. Remember, the arrows help you. And I want you to go ahead and try number 3 by yourself as well. I'll be back in just a minute to make sure you got the correct answers. Here are the answers for this page. I hope you guys did that quickly and told your special someone a story to go with each one. All right, guys, hey, we are on page 444. That's 444. What I'm going to do for this page is I'm going to give you the directions for each one, and you guys are going to be able to do those on your own. All right, let's take a look at number 4. That's going to be this one. Have students listen to each story, use cubes to help act out each story to choose an operation, and then write the equations to tell the related facts. So if you don't have cubes, you can use your fingers and use the pictures to help you. All right, this first part, 2 bears are in a group. 3 join them. How many bears are there in all? That's for this one. And then write the equation. For the second part, 5 bears are in a group. 3 bears leave. How many bears are there now? And write the equation. Moving down to number 5. Have students decide whether they want the cubes to show addition or subtraction, and then write an equation to match. So you get to decide. Then have them color the cubes using the same numbers as the equation they just wrote. Draw an arrow to tell the related fact, and then write the equation to match. If you don't have crayons, what you can do is just shade in over here. One would be white and one would be the shade of your pencil. So you need to decide if this is addition or subtraction, and whichever one it is, do the opposite on this problem. And we'll move right on over to the next page, which is 445. We can start at the top. I'll go through this one with you. Listen to each story and use counters, fingers, crayons, whatever you have at home, to help act out each story to choose an operation, and then complete the equations to tell the related facts. 5 seals are playing and 2 leave. How many seals are left? Let's make sure we have 5 seals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We do. And it says that 2 leave. We know that's take away or subtraction. How many are we left with? Those are gone. 1, 2, 3. 3 are left. The second part of this equation, there are 3 seals playing and 2 more seals join them. How many seals are there in all? Look at your arrow, and join means add. Add 2. You know you're going to add. You have 3. 2 join. How many do you have in all? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's go down to the bottom. Have students listen to each story, use the counters or other objects to help act out the story to choose an operation, and then write the equations to tell the related facts. 4 seals are in a group. 1 walks away. How many seals are left? That's for this part. For this one, 3 seals are in a group. 1 joins them. How many seals are there in all? You get to do this one on your own. Parents, here are the answers for these 2 pages. Okay guys, we are moving to the last page in section 8.2, and that's 446. We're going to look at the top right here with number 2. Have students decide whether the counters show addition or subtraction, and then write equations to tell the related facts. You guys make sure you look at the red or the circle with the arrow. That'll help you tell whether you need to subtract or add. Then we're going to go down to numbers 3 and 4. Moms and dads, this may vary depending on their drawings. So it says, have students draw and color counters to match the equation. Again, if you don't have crayons, use your pencil, leave your counters open for some and colored in for the other. You have to draw like this. So use this up here to help you with these down here. And I'll be back in just a minute to give you the answers. Okay guys, this is the answers for page 446. Parents, again, the drawings may not look exactly like mine, but it's going to be something similar to this.